Bee farm. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. What's up, guys? I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 21 of building stuff. Today we're building a bee farm slash honey farm, bee ranch, bee shop, a honey shop. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's I think it looks pretty cool to add to my city. So yeah, I'm deciding to build it today in Minecraft. Sup, dude? Hello, Tiger Nation Gaming. Welcome to the live stream.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a honey farm slash bee farm, bee ranch, farm shop, whatever you want to call this place. It's a really cool rural build that will grow great on the edge of your cities if you are looking for something that's a little bit more naturalistic. And not only will I show you how to make the outside of your build, but you had best believe that I will show you how to make the entire inside of your build as well. Also featuring the Honeymobile. Haha. Yeah. If you do enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and click that little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. You won't believe how much fun I had. Oh no, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my bee. Now I'll just have to give him a high five. I'm gonna start this tutorial. So just before we get started, everybody, here are all of the materials that you will need to.
Hello, Manuel A. Adiang Merrick. Welcome to live stream.
Mingalog. 25. 21.
I'm going to get some of this and that. White concrete and light grey concrete. You're nice, thanks.
Bee farm slash honey shop. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And do bear in mind that later on we are going to be grabbing more stuff as well, but I'll show you a new item list when we get to that. The amount of space required to make the farm is a 27 by 28 block area, as represented by the white concrete grid that you can see on the ground. Feel free to make this grid in your world if you are planning things out. And that's it. Make sure that you got all that sorted, make sure you got all of those materials, make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can begin. Step 1 might be building a few.
Are you English?
All the way over
yes,
to
I'm
the right-hand corner of your grid.
I'm British.
Count backwards from this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then go left by
25.
We're going to start this build off by placing a light grey concrete on the ground
25.
with 3 white concrete on top of it.
25,
1, 2, 3. Extend that
so
white
I'm going to open
to
this
the left
part of
by 6.
The tower, then I'm going to fence off the rest of it. Cause
Hi. Hello, J One Song. Welcome to live stream.
One song.
Huffy. I'm trying to build here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can join that down to the ground with a mixture of white concrete and also light grey. But what's more important is that we are going to take that white concrete block and extend it backwards by a further 14. But what's more important is that we are going to take that white concrete block and extend it backwards by a further 14.
14. No. Alright. 1, 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. To which you can then do a similar thing. You can extend it down to the ground with a mixture of white and light grey concrete to the ground. We are then going to extend this corner of white concrete across the side of the build, and we want to join it all the way to the very front of the build like this. And then we can turn this into a corner as well by using the same strategy. The right side of the build we are simply going to fill in with a row of light grey concrete at the bottom and white concrete in between. We'll be using the same strategy for the very end of the building as well, like this. Now for the sides of the building, this is where things differ. So for instance, on this side of the building, I want you to, in the ground, dig out 2 grass extending towards the front of the build, and I want you to do the same on the opposite side. Dig out 2 grass and replace it with some spruce planks or slabs or whatever, as long as it looks like spruce. We're going to place double doors on top of these 2 planks, glass block on top of the doors, and then we are going to have in between these just one window, and it's going to stem from the front of the build. We're going to place ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 light grey concrete, and then we're going to place a 2x2 square of light blue glass on top of the light grey concrete. We'll continue extending the light grey concrete towards the back doors. We'll place white concrete in between all of this, so we just want to fill in this particular part of the wall, and later on we'll get back to this. Although, what we could do now, which would actually be quite good, is we can grab our yellow concrete, and basically the space in between the back doors and this window is where we are going to write honey. And honey is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5 letters, so you want to place 5 yellow concrete, and you want to extend those yellow concretes upwards as well. What you can then do is extend the actual sign here. You can extend it backwards. Now, I think you only have to extend the top of the sign backwards by maybe 2 rows to get full coverage with the roof, but we'll also extend the first row backwards as well to kind of create kind of like a step sort of shape. We might have to alter that slightly, but that's kind of what we want to have so far. Full coverage with the roof, but we'll also extend the first row backwards as well to kind of create kind of like a step sort of shape. We might have to alter that slightly, but that's kind of what we want to have so far. On the front part of the build here, we want to also have a window. The window's quite easy to do. Simply connect the light grey concrete together at the base, place a 2x2 square of light blue glass pane on the left side of the build, and then fill the remaining part in using some white concrete. There is one small thing that I was going to add later, but we can add it now, is a small chimney, and that was going to be added on this part of the build, just to make it look a tiny bit more rustic, because I'm trying to go for a blend of like a modern / rustish looking sort of shop. The chimney is going to be 2 rows away from the back corner of the build, so we leave a gap of 2 and then 1, 2 terracottas. The terracottas are going to extend up high, probably 1 row higher than the actual sign as well, and the and then 1, 2 terracottas. The terracottas are going to extend up high, probably 1 row higher than the actual sign as well, and the terracottas are also going to extend 1 row inwards. So if you could imagine it's pretty much like near where the sign is, except it's just 1 row higher, like that. We're going to fill the flooring. The floor inside the build is going to be spruce. Again, I'm trying to go for like, I've kind of built a weird blend of the honestly, and that's kind of how I like it. It's not like made out of wood, so it's not like a cabinet. It's kind of like it's almost like an old building that's been like repurposed into something sort of new, like it's been modernized a little bit. And that's the sort of feel that I like. So that's why we're using the spruce, and that's why we're using the concrete, just so that it kind of feels hopefully a little bit like that. So we just want to refloor the place. The roof is really easy to do. We use spruce wood slabs, and we place a layer of spruce wood slabs on the far ends, the short ends of the build. The spruce wood slabs overhang in every sense of the word, and then on the ends they taper upwards, extending in and up and in and up and in and up, eventually until they will join together at the top, and they will reach kind of like a point like this. That will necessitate having to place 1, 2, 3 white concrete on the 3 middle blocks here on the ends of the build, and that's how things are going to go. So I'm actually going to extend all the way back like this. You will have to negotiate with the chimney, and you will also have to negotiate with the sign as well. Whatever ends up happening with the sign, whether we have to take some blocks off of it or whether we have to add some, it doesn't really matter. Middle blocks here on the ends of the build, and that's how things are going to go. So I'm actually going to extend all the way back like this. You will have to negotiate with the chimney, and you will also have to negotiate with the sign as well. Whatever ends up going to go. So I'm actually going to extend all the way back like this. You will have to negotiate with the chimney, and you will also have to negotiate with the sign as well. Whatever ends up happening with the sign, whether
I think I want a screen that goes down.
To take some blocks off of it, or whether we have to add some, it doesn't really matter. We will sort it, we will fix it when it gets to it on the inside, like this. And like I said, you basically just want to extend all of these slabs. In an ideal world, for some of this, I would use some spruce planks instead of just slabs that we have here, but
I need that side. Oh god, that's turned into a... Oh no,
it seems as though that this is not an ideal world. Oh, it would seem as though, by the way, also, that we didn't need that row of yellow at all. So this can actually go, because it isn't visible from the outside, so absolutely.
Interesting.
No need to have it. I did think that we would need it, so I didn't just randomly place it. And there we go. We did. All we needed were the extra 2 rows at the top extending backwards, as you can see, because otherwise... would have had spruce wood, the spruce wood slabs would have looked quite right. So they did need just something to grip onto here, otherwise the sign would be kind of floating, which is actually a... something that you might have liked yourself. If you want the sign to kind of float instead of integrate into the roof, that's something that you might want to do. But it's such a small, personal, little finicky thing, it's really not a big deal what you do. And you can change anything as well, I do want to point that out. But in doing that, you will have created a large amount of... there we go, that's pretty much the entire building made. I'm just going to come inside and I'm going to clean things up a little bit. And the only way that I'm going to clean it up is I'm going to place 2 rows of upside down spruce wood. Stairs inside the top of the build here.
Always gotta have that fountain coming off the side, and there we go. But the markets are going here. Right, let's start these markets, shall we?
A little bit more upside down spruce wood stairs later, but we've got quite a lot of things on this floor, so we probably don't want to occupy the space, quite honestly. So there we go. We'll just stick with that. Actually, you know what? Whilst we are on the inside, there are just a couple of things we can do. We can't do too much. We don't have all of the materials, not nearly enough. But what we can do is we can create the desk, the counter space, which is just it's basically just left of this window here. So extending outwards here, we want to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light grey concrete. This is where the counter space is. All the way in this corner, we have kind of like some honeycomb behind the glass case, which I kind of like. And let's just use some yellow concrete for this and place 1, 2, 3 the yellow concrete on the ground with light grey concrete around it, and that's where the honey... is going to go later. Pretty much everything else I don't think that we can do with the materials that we have handy, so we're just going to exit there for the moment. I want to lay out some better foundations for the outside of our shop, so we're actually going to get rid of, not get rid, we're going to hang on to them sort of, we're going to keep on to these, but we're going to grab these spruce fence gate, wooden shovel, smooth stone, oak leaf.
All I need is a bit of grass for the bushes.
There we go. That's how big the shop market can be. Like Alfie doesn't need to be that big. There's shop market, so it's going to have shops inside it.
Grey concrete, white tulips, looms, and the white banners. We're going to
Honey.
grab all of these for the moment. We are going to, first of all, place a row of white tulips in front of the build here just on the right. You could also use yellow flowers, by the way. That would also look perfectly great. We want to create a fence that goes around, and the outside of this is basically just like a little family-owned sort of little bee farm business. That's pretty much all it is. Something that you might see like driving past your car like in the countryside. That's the sort of vibe that I want from this place. And we're going to place a row of 4 fence extending from the opposite side of the front door. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fence. 2 fence gate, 1, 2, 6 fence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're going to extend the fence backwards, and we're going to join it to the back part of the building. So we're just making somewhat of a square. It's not quite a square, no. It's almost a square, but it's not quite. So we just want to have something like that. Or is it a square? Who knows? I think it might be. Regardless, we are going to then place 2 rows of grass path around the edge of the fence. So it will look something like this, just like so, just going all the way around.
Alright.
The edge of the fence. There we go. That's looking pretty good. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to add 2 rows of stone path. So that's going to be made out of smooth stone, and these are going to be equal to...
And more shops down here. And then just a lot of shops down here are going to be for sale.
Row of grass path that we have just ahead of us. So we're going to have 2 rows of smooth stone. This is kind of just like a walkway. We're going to use our oak leaves, and we're going to leave a gap next to the door and a gap on the left. So 2 rows on the left, 2 rows on the... right, like that. In addition to this, what we are then going to do is we are going to add some... I'm just going to get rid of the shovel for a second. I'm going to grab the white concrete. And I want to make some kind of like...
I'm going to make car parking spaces.
Car parking spaces, and I kind of want to lay out where like the boundaries of all of this build is. So from the edge here where we have the smooth stone, we're going to dig 1, 2, 3, 4 grey concretes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white concretes like this, and we're going to...
It's so far.
Alright, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stick an oak leaf on the end, and basically what...
Okay. Get rid of the loom. and replace it with a grass block.
I know what's going to be
Destroy the path and replace it with an oak leaf.
What we want to do is we want to dig in between all of these white lines here, this whole white line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be grey concrete, and then we're going to stick a white concrete on the end. And 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and then white concrete on the end. So on and so forth, and you'll actually eventually get to the point where you will hit the boundary, which is here, and we...
Alright.
There we go. Alright, let's begin.
All of these white concretes, of course, they all want to be the same length as each other. I know that it looks a little bit confusing at the moment because I have used white like the building boundary, but that last row of white shouldn't be here. And basically the purpose of this is for us to place leaves all the way around it.
Sure.
So again, we're kind of going for kind of like a modern / rustic sort of like country blend of materials. So plenty of nature involved with this. I mean, with these, I don't think we can get too much more naturalistic than that. And as you can imagine, this is what the car park is going.
So, do you want to own your own shop?
All of like this white concrete.
Alright, so.
You want to own your own shop?
No.
Well, if you really want to own your own shop, come to tower, and then on this side there's a bunch of shops that'll be for sale, little rooms. If you want to
oh no, wrong space.
Well, I'm gonna make a shop.
Okay.
There we go. Then I want to build a little
Here will be turned to grey.
Yeah.
All of the remaining grass.
Oh, sure. I can do that. Whoa. The long process.
So the markets, ready? You know what the markets look like so far? This is it so far. And then all the stands will be over here. I'll cement all that soon after we've done all that. And look at that, and then all that cement will be continuing all the way over here, then here, then else down there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with all that, but I'll be definitely cementing down here. Okay. And then all these, I know what that's going to be. That's going to be the cafe. My shop's going to be there. If you want a shop, you can choose any of these, but these three might be for sale. And that's my. I think I might build my merch. I might build the shop there. Yeah, I might build my shop there then. Then the rest will be for sale. So yeah, if you really want to be interested in the shop, just go there then just get it. So then you've got a big hallway here. I think I had storage here. Right, it's time to build the apartment on top of here. And it's gonna have a little 2, Wood there, then wood there, then wood there, then there, and wood there. Brick on top. Put some. Then all that's gonna be roof cooling, so then we need to do the same to the top.
Yep.
I want the roof here, then I want the thing here, then stand up, so then I want the ceiling there, so we might add let's add another level. I think I'll add the bathroom right there. These are like little basic little mini apartments. I really hope that they have good ratings. There's only 2 of them. Like 2 Vantage apartments if you want them. If you're more happy just living in the house you can, but more better houses than anything else. Alright, so then I'm gonna extend it over from there. Actually, no, I need to extend it over from there. I think I'll extend it from there. There we go. Then I'll do like a little sticker roof for this.
Next to the honey farm, I'll build on the 7-Eleven.
Hey, what?
7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, 7-Eleven, but we've already got a gas station.
No,
Oh, yeah,
the
you
convenient. No, just a store, not the fuel station.
Oh, okay.
Look at this. Wait, white carpet.
Ooh. Oh, good idea. We'll cover up this.
Come to my honey farm and place on the edge there.
Wow.
Look how good it looks.
Jaden, guess what? I know. Let's go to the gas station. Yes, Ampol. So Ampol and Beast Burgers. Mr. Beast Burgers shop here. We could have Mr. Beast Burgers here. But there's nothing in there, so yeah. I thought I'd turn that into Mr. Beast Burgers. You know, that's actually a real video. They put burger in.
What? Mr. Bean has his own restaurant.
No,
yep, that's
Mr.
true.
Beast.
Mr. Beast has his own restaurant, guys, if you didn't know.
Well, I don't know if
my brother watches him. I don't really watch Mr. Beast.
But I'm not sure if he's keeping it today or not, but I know I've watched.
Pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Mr. Beast, Alfie.
What?
Red carpet on the end of the car park in space. On
Is it
this
outside
fence.
the bee pen? The bee area is actually going to be ripped off and turned into concrete.
he put. I think the burgers
I'm
are
actually
free.
going to do that right now, but
And
you
then he
can
puts
save this
money
for
in the
later.
bag.
So let me get rid of
I
it
think he
and
put-
let me replace
I think
it
he
for you.
put
I'll
some
show you
money
what
in the
it looks like,
bag.
because it'll look
And
way,
then
way
some,
better.
like,
There we go. That
phones.
looks way,
Or
way
some
better.
Yep.
AirPods.
So now that all of
Yeah.
this has been
I'm
done
not
up
very
and
sure what he
replaced, of
did,
course,
but-
if you want to work on that right now, you are more than welcome to. I just wanted to get that done so that it looked a little bit better as we were finishing this tutorial.
It will look complicated
We
for
are
you.
now going to do the sign. So for the next part, we'll need the loom, the yellow banners, we'll need the...
Right, I'm going to make this sign first. I'm going to write honey. Honey.
The apartments, the shopping, the market area so far. This is what it looks like.
I dye
so
yellow
far.
dye, we'll use some oak wood, some oak leaves. Bee nest, honey box.
So almost like
scaffolding.
2,000
This next part
gallons,
we're gonna
like
be working on.
almost
So I'm going to chuck the loom
as
down and
much
work on
as
the banners. So
80
let's crack open this loom. Let's move the yellow
Wait.
banners to the
Wait a
Cement.
minute.
scaffolding.
Was
Pause.
used on
We
this
are
thing.
now going to do the sign. So for the next part we'll need the loom,
So
the
much
yellow
cement
banners,
was
we'll need
used
the white
on
dye,
this.
yellow dye one.
There we go.
Oak wood.
And it moves on to inside shops this time. There's inside shops. So then I want to go over here and place this. Now it's up there. These, there's going to be I think I'm going to build a Specsavers in here. And then this is basically like a shopping mall, but it isn't.
Like a small shopping area.
Yeah, then there's going to be shops here too. So then you come through these doors. There you go. Then it says shops. More, and it says more shops. And I think in here you go through these doors and there's stairs to go. I meant there's I think there's gonna be, actually I know what a good idea is. These, that's them. Then
I need to find what. Don't talk you small.
There's up there and
I've come to talk with you again. Go be here so softly.
so much cement is being used on this, Jaden. So much cement.
And guys, if you don't know what that song is, it's called The Sound of Silence by Disturbed.
And there we go, look at that. So then,
Hold on, I have to search it. Hey, okay, there we go. Honey block and some scaffolding. Now, I don't usually build one of these, Alfie, but what if we were like sitting home and playing video games, and if you want to come and discover bees, come here. It's a bee thingy-majiggy. Look what this is, Alfie.
bee farm.
Alfie, look.
Puked, really.
A bee puked all right on my taco.
Ready, you ate too much Taco Bell.
Oh, I need a poop.
Ready, is that diarrhea? In a minute.
Oops.
Beaver boy, Baba boy, this could be their Babo.
No, I'm sorry, Alfie. I accidentally look. What's this supposed to be?
In the shopping area.
Will this ever get taken down? No, because it's actually it's super glued on. This is not a market. Shopping area.
It is still called markets because then it will be like.
So what is these two?
Those are shops and all those are shops. That's going to be a cafe. My shop's there, then the rest is going to be for sale.
Alright. Carry on then, I'm going to go back to my honey farm.
Okay.
That will be 5 guys there.
Oh.
Next to my honey farm will be 7-Eleven.
Use some oak wood, some oak leaves, bee nest, honey box, and some scaffolding for this next we're working on. So I'm going to chuck the loom down. We're going to work on the banners first of all. So let's crack open this loom. Let's move the yellow banners to the correct position, top left corner, just to the right.
Alright, I'm going to just move the items in my inventory. So we need a little bit of them. Alright, I'm going to place my looms. I'm going to get rid of the banners. No, not the white dye. We're going to remove not every single thing. We are going to remove stuff that I don't need in my inventory. Like I don't need like the aqua planks. I don't need like shovel. Oh, I do need my own shovel to dig. I don't need my book and quill. We are going to delete all of this. Sorry about that, guys. My controller died. But now I'll put it on. Oh, you stupid thing. I hate that controller.
And we're going to stick a brand new banner in there with the white dye. So, a vertical row of white on the right side of the banner, vertical row of white on
Alright. I don't need this guy's help. I already know how to make banners, guys, so. Oh no. H.
This is it so far, Jaden.
Alright.
Does it still count as markets? Because look, the markets are right here.
Stands. O is another easy one. Vertical row there. Horizontal row at the bottom. Vertical row at the side here. And then vertical row right here. That's the word. Huh.
Let's put some
Hello, Miles Edwards. Welcome to live stream. Next word is N. Is another easy one. Vertical row at the side. Diagonal row, top left corner to bottom right. Vertical row at the left. We have Hun. Hun. Next is E.
René.
Another one which is very easy. Vertical rows at the top. Horizontal row at the bottom. Vertical row at the side here. At the left side. Horizontal row in the middle. We have the word honey. And finally, Y, which is very easy. Diagonal row, top left corner to bottom right. Get rid of the white dye. Get the yellow, and we just we'll make a little gap right here. We'll turn this, get rid of the yellow dye, get the white dye back, and place a row right here. We have the word honey.
is where one gets the honey. So I'll tell you what I'm actually going to do to make my inventory a little bit better. I'm going to put the nest, honey block and scaffolding in there, dump these, and then for the next part of the tutorial is where Y. So Honey, and then we can place that on our sign, just like that. And then that lets everybody know.
Honey. Honey. That we dump all these materials, I don't need them anymore, and I deleted my loom. Here we have honey. To spell honey is Honey. Honey. One of the easiest letters. We are going to get back my items now, if I could find my cursor. We'll get back all of my materials.
This is where one gets the honey. So what I'm going to do is make my inventory a little bit better. I'm going to put the nest, honey block and scaffolding in there, dump these, and then for the next part of the tutorial we're going to be using some honey blocks, scaffolding,
storage
using the beehive, the wire hook.
Wait, where's... Alright, I'm going to dump these materials, but... scaffolding. I'm going to dump these. I'm going to get rid of all of these materials right here, dump them. Get rid of my looms. Oh, no. Not the looms. Not the looms. This is my inventory. This inventory is very useful. I have my shovel, my looms, my collection of looms. How about we have a picture of Specsavers? How about when I finish the honey farm, I'll bring you some pictures of shops we can build in the shopping area there.
We've got 3 shopping areas now.
First is Capestone Village 2, and a mini one.
No, it's that one.
If you want to build Mr. Beast Burger, I can Mr. Beast Burger. I can look up a picture of one.
There's that one, and that one over there. We've got 3 now.
And not the tallest tower in the world is not complete yet. It is complete. The outside is Oh, it looks very nice. The entrance looks a half blue, half orange.
Yeah, those are actually the community.
We are going to place 2 and then 2 upstairs.
Yeah, those are
Alright.
the community.
Alright, we need. Oh, I didn't know honey block was here. So a honey block, scaffolding, beehives, which is here, tripwire hooks, right here.
Just weighted pressure plate.
Uh-oh. No, Alfie, I'm using mine. Oak wood.
I'll do this and go do some stuff.
We need the oak wood, we need leaves, we need a bee nest, and also probably the spruce wood stairs too.
There we go. I'll do a little hanging over here thing anyway. Alright, there we go. The side done. Alright. I'm gonna go and order some tacos.
All these tridents.
I'll get rid of them. Alright, I'm gonna go. Where's the entrance? Oh, look. There it is. Alright, here we are. There's the corner. Ooh. I'm gonna wait for someone. Hi, yes, can I have a chicken taco, please?
So we're going to make where the bees hang out, which is just out here. And the way that we're going to position where the bees hang out is, first of all, we're going to place just a honey block here underneath the left corner of this window, the only window on this side. We're going to leave a gap of 2 and then place scaffolding. Gap of 2, scaffolding. Gap of 2 moving backwards, scaffolding. Gap of 2 to the right, scaffolding. So there are only 4 little places for the bees. If you wanted to, you could also leave like a gap of 2. Like, you can have more if you want to. You know, you can have this many if you want. Let's try this many. We'll give this a go. And on top of all of the scaffoldings, we are going to place beehives with no exceptions, and we're going to place weighted pressure plates on top of the beehives as well. And we're going to attach tripwire hooks to the sides of them, just because I think it makes it look kind of cool, honestly. Like this, it also kind of makes it look like...
That's where they keep all the secret Taco Bell. This is where they keep all the secrets.
For some reason. And once you've done that, that's where the bees hang out. In the back left-hand corner of the build, literally just like extending inwards diagonally from this corner, I want a tree. I don't want to grow one using bone meal, so I'm going to use oak wood, probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 4 blocks off the ground. We're going to put some oak leaves all the way around the top of that 4th block here, and then we're going to stick a beehive hanging off the underside of this. Do we want to, maybe about here? We're going to put some oak leaves all the way around the top of that 4th block here, and then we're going to stick a beehive hanging off the underside of this. Do we want to, maybe about here? Would look pretty good. I quite like that. And then all we have to do, it's quite easy to make a tree. We can extend all of those sides outwards, but don't connect the corners. and then if you extend those
There we go. Thank you. Hey Jaden. Look at Taco Bell.
Looks the same.
There's the inside.
Oh, a secret room.
Well, one's if people have had too much tacos. Bathroom. And a secret recipe area. That's where
And we made a little bathroom.
yeah, inside Taco
They have diarrhea.
upwards like this, like so, and then you fill the middle in,
I hope you didn't mind me doing that.
and then you kind of make like
I'll continue the roof tour.
No. Do the roof now. It won't take that long.
Well, all that. I need to fill all that in before then the entire thing. That will.
That won't take long, Alfie. You can do it today.
and then you can like stick one on top, and then that middle in,
What?
and then you kind of make like a plus shape, like this. You
What?
just make a plus shape. And then you can like stick one on top, and then that's a pretty simple way to make a tree. If you want to randomize it a little bit, you can of course just add make it look a little bit, just add a couple of blocks here and there, chop and change some blocks, and then that way it'll look a little bit more man-made. But other than that, that's a pretty good formation of where we keep all of our honey. There is also all of our bees, which of course, thankfully for us, thank you Mr. Bee and Mrs. Bees. Is it just male bees that produce honey? The queen bee doesn't produce honey, right? I have no idea how bees work. Somebody can hopefully tell me how that worked. We're going to use spruce wood stairs, and we're just going to create a little table, 2 upside down spruce wood stairs against each other. We might even shift it over a block here. I think that this is an okay position. Yeah, that would be fine. Just a little table that we are going to have there, and then that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that we've actually went through the usefulness for most of our materials. So, for this next part, I think that we have to dump all of these materials. We will be reusing some, but I have tried my best to limit what materials we will be reusing. But for the next part, this is what we're going to be doing. We will need all of these materials that you can now see on the screen.
Go and get your iPad.
No. I don't want any photos. I already know how to build it. I've seen the emo.
What does it look like?
Well, it's this, and then they've got a then they've got white here. Well, that's actually the brick of the store. I want to paint this wood.
Alright.
Oh, shut up, Rain.
Now in front of you. This is what we're going to be using to hopefully close out this. Once you have enough of them, we can get started on
There we go.
the next part of this. Yes. Okay, so we're going to start this party off by grabbing the spruce trapdoors, the armor stats, item frames, honey bottles, bone meal maybe, wooden shovels, plants, quartz slab, and some honeycomb block. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't realise how much crossover there actually would be from what we were using, from what we are now going to use, so I do apologise of the older materials as well, but hopefully you didn't get rid of them all and we can, continue on. So, what are we going to do first of all? First, I want to place spruce trapdoors all the way around this honey block that we placed earlier. I just want it to look like a barrel of honey.
Barrel of bunny. Barrel of bunny.
Bonnie. It's our dog's name. Just come on, that's our dog's name, Bonnie.
Place an item frame.
Little beef burger, and then I'll put bread for the entire one.
We're going to stick an armor stand next to it. I think that we're going to outfit this later with some iron armor because it kind of looks like a beekeeper's uniform. If not, white dyed leather does look exactly like
these burgers.
We're going to use
if you're watching this,
to kind of just like mess up
your restaurant in
around where the
Minecraft.
beehives are. Just to make it look as though there has been some foot traffic around them, so that they're being tended to, kind of like...
Alright, I'm gonna make some foot traffic.
There we go.
I'm gonna mess up this whole place. So, like, just place, like, path around.
Like, spacing seats over here. And then...
Now,
little
we're
waiting
risking this with
seats,
the
and there we go.
Flowers.
There's Beast Burgers done.
That's the
There we
exact
go, there's
what I
Mr.
want.
Beast Burger shop.
I want to
and
create
next to
kind of like
Ample.
I want a load of flowers and stuff in the bee area for them
So
to
I've added
go
a
around
bunch of
and
signs
pollinate
saying
and
Beast
enjoy.
Burgers.
So, unfortunately, the bone meal didn't really
Right,
give
I'm
a
gonna
high
go home
density
now.
of flowers. We'll have to sort that out later. If you wanted to now, you could whip out a load of flowers and we'll definitely be fixing that later. But we do want it to look like lived in. We do want it to look as though that it's like more natural. Now that we've done that, we're actually going to head inside. And we're first of all going to, on top of this yellow concrete area here, we're going to add a couple of rows of honeycomb, like this. We're going to stick some glass around it. Like
Where are you going?
And we're just going to stick some quartz slabs. There we go.
What?
I'm just moving over here.
Okay. Where'd it go?
The reason that I'm actually doing this, by the way, is because once upon a time, when I was a lot younger, I remember going to a farm shop, and I actually remember there being a display very much like this one, funnily enough. So, that's kind of why I decided to recreate it. It looks pretty much exactly like this, except not in a video game. The next thing that we're going to do is I think that we're going to have to whip out some different stuff again. So we'll grab the honeycomb, we'll keep the honeycomb out, but we're going to be using the spruce trap doors. We'll need ourselves the item frames, we'll need the honey bottles again, we'll need flower pot.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Hello, Mr. Egg Place. Welcome to the live stream.
Some barrels. We'll probably also use scaffolding.
Sorry. Here we go.
again. Also the heavy pressure plates. We don't have enough of those. So next to this display, I'm just going to chuck like a honeycomb block, and I'm going to kind of put in a barrel. I'm going to stick like item frames above it, honey bottles. I'm going to decorate the area a little bit, place a few barrels next to the actual like like here. I'm going to stick like a scaffolding, like a beehive on here, and like the tripwire hook again, and put like an item frame with some honey bottles on there. And I'm just going to stick that weighted pressure plate. We're basically just trying to decorate this. And make it look like a lived-in shop, kind of, you know. We could even have like a window here too, which we may or may not have. I'll leave that space open, and we'll add a window there later. Against this back wall here, like the opposite wall here, where just going to have some more kind of like supplies as well, so maybe just kind of like a few beehives, maybe stick a barrel on here too, maybe just like a tripwire hook against we'll skip the tripwire hook. We'll place like again an armor stand, which I think that we're going to outfit with like a beekeeper uniform. We can stick like a flower pot as well on top of one of the barrels here. I think I'm going to put a lantern here for light. Here where the actual like cash register will be, where the till and we can buy everything, this is going to be like, we'll need some shelves, some like books and so like bookshelves. We'll probably use the barrels again. Definitely going to grab the lanterns, maybe a beehive. I don't know whether that'll be too much. Some honeycomb, item frames. We might even have like a little scaffolding as well. We'll need the quartz stairs, and we'll need the weighted pressure plate.
Did they remove scaffolding? Where's the scaffolding? Oh, there it is. Alright. Alright.
Those last 2 or 4, we're just going to have like a cash register here with a weighted pressure plate next to it. Along this back wall, just start off by building like 3 or so rows of bookshelves, maybe 4, like that. And then what we can do is we can kind of like chunk out some and stick like a lantern on here, maybe chunk the middle out, and we can have like a barrel, and maybe like a beehive, and maybe just like item frames or honeycomb just behind it, kind of like this, you know. Back we could even stick like a scaffolding back here as well, just to make it look. And then we could shift that over, and then the scaffolding can kind of like just like go in the corner a little bit. That's looking pretty good. We can even put some more like item frames with like honeycombs. We could even stick like a flower pot here as well if we wanted to, or perhaps in this corner here. Something.
I could do the loudest one.
Like that. We're going to stick another lantern here too. That's keeping the area quite nice and bright as is. I don't think we need any more. You could even add another window back here if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to add like a little painting. I want to add curtains and a bell, so yellow banners and bell. The bell's going to go, to the side of the door like this, so when you open the door, cha-ching, cha-ching, we're going to place just yellow banners. Those kind of look like curtains. We can give this area like a carpet, so that can be a mix of white carpet. Grey, so white carpet and light grey, kind of like. I don't know whether yellow would actually be too much, otherwise I would have included a. Carpet. Shall we see if yellow carpet looks silly or not? Let's add some like coming towards this back door. I don't know how yellow carpet looks. I don't know whether that looks a little bit too goofy. Maybe, maybe not. I'll let you guys decide whether that looks silly or not. Let's add some glass to this window here. I just want it to kind of look like a little, almost like a cramped, filled up farm shop. That's kind of like the vibe that I'm going for here. So that's kind of, I think we've kind of just done it. Do we have a painting? We have a painting. So. We can have maybe like a 1x1 might be good, just kind of no. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Just there would look pretty good, I don't think.
I'm gonna place a random painting right here. So just a random one.
I think that there's another place for one. Maybe above here would be nice. There's two yellowish sort of paintings. One of them is the one that we placed. That is a good alternative as well. So just get a couple of those. We could even have one like above here if we wanted to. I don't know if there's a yellow 1x2. So we.
Did I place the window in the wrong position? I did. Whoopsie daisy. But it doesn't matter. Or maybe I put it wrong. It still doesn't matter. Yep, that looks very nice. I just like that.
Might have just got the perfect one, which kind of blends into the wall a little bit, which is the white or white and greyish one here. That might be the best. I could even stack that a bit higher if we wanted to as well. So yeah, that's kind of like what we're going for here. You can stack more stuff towards the end if you wanted.
Beehives, beehives, beehive, beehives.
you want.
Da 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 da. Little gal said, "Oh no, I accidentally destroyed the door. Silly me. I'm going to just put, no. Did it just get into my bee shop? Bee shop! Get out there! Get out! Get out! I'm gonna replace the door. I'm going to chuck the painting away. Get the spruce door. I'm gonna replace the door. Oh my god, this pig is still in my bee shop. Yeah, get out. I'm gonna place it back in. There we go. Replace it back there.
I think it actually benefits from it quite a lot. I think it's kind of like a cool shop. I think it's an interesting store. I think so anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, once you've done that, I do just want to kind of like add more flowers to this point, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of the grass, the actual grass, the grown grass, tall grass, and I'm going to replace it with some flowers. So let me show you what that'll look like. There we go. That just looks a little bit better. You can see that I've just added a lot more colour, a lot more diversity of flowers. I guess it was a little silly of me to bring the bone meal and do the job, but yeah, that's what we have. I think that's looking pretty good. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I would usually end this right here, but I'm going to throw you a very special vehicle that you may or may not want to add to this build. I'm going to show you how to make the Honey Mobile. Okay. Here are all of the materials that you will need to make the Honey.
Alright, I'm going to make the Honey Mobile. Honey van. Alright, okay, I'm gonna make okay, 17 slaps. Okay, I'm going to just focus. I'm going to just, and then I'm going to just add some buttons.
Feel free. It's basically like a special like honey farm sort of van. You may or may not want to make it. It's just kind of like a fun thing just to throw in the corner of this place. So that's all you'll need to make it. Once you have all that stuff, we can get it started. It's really fast. So now that we have all of that stuff, we can make the Honey Mobile. So the first thing that we're going to have to do when making the Honey Mobile is we're going to have to place it over here somewhere. So this is why, by the way, we actually have this road up here, so that we can actually make this vehicle. The only reason it's going to start, we'll probably place it maybe like 1, 2, 3, probably about 3 or so rows in to where the fence is, and you can start off by placing a wheel, which is and we'll place that 1 row backwards actually, because so start off by placing a black concrete here. That's going to be a wheel. Place 3 smooth stone slabs behind it, 1, 2, 3, and then a black concrete smooth stone slab. And
oh no! Oh no! I'll just sort that out. Wait a minute. Remove the buttons real quick. I'm gonna remove the buttons real quick and grab my iron shovel. There we go. Looks better. Now we get it on my iron shovel. Get the buttons back. Oh man.
A strip of smooth stone slabs up the middle. Make sure it overhangs the front wheel, and then place another smooth stone slab in front of the front wheel. Copy what you have on the other side.
Oh. I gotta add it at the back.
What's up, Dad?
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, whoops.
So now that all of that has been dug up and replaced, and of course, if you want to work on that right next wheel, ensure it overhangs the front wheel, and then place another smooth stone slab in front of the front wheel. Copy what you have on the other side, so basically just smooth stone slabs on the black concrete. Stick buttons on the ends of the black concrete. The only problem with doing this on the inside part is that it will remove the grass path, but that's not too bad, that's okay. Now, once we've done that, we want to place a blast furnace on the middle front part of the vehicle with a ladder in front of it. We want to place upside down quartz stairs left.
Alright.
Right, the blast furnace with item frames hanging off. We want to place 2 rows of block of quartz extending backwards from the upside down quartz stairs, and we want to fill in between the middles of them. We want to place a row of quartz blocks extending across the back of the build like this. We might even knock out the middle one and place a glass pane there, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to place glass pane like this. Actually, you know what? We will knock out the middle one, but for a different reason. We'll have glass pane coming across the front of it, and we also want to extend quartz slabs across the top here. The 2 blocks of quartz, and then the quartz slabs are going to extend over the front here, hanging over the glass a little bit. So we can actually get rid of most of this stuff. I want to say we will need the item frames again. We will need red. Concrete. We will need screw size, iron doors,
including the Honeymobile. Get it, Honeymobile. Oh my goodness. Okay. Iron doors. Okay. Which is next? Door. Wait. Is it there? Okay.
Next, tripwire hook, block of iron. No, we will need block of iron. Way to. Brush plate and maybe the glass as well. Blocks of iron are for the.
The Honeymobile.
Item frames on the front of the vehicle. We're going to give a spruce sign. We're going to have that as a license plate. There's going to be the. We're going to have the Honeymobile. Or maybe we'll call it Honey One. We'll call it Honey One. That's what we'll call it. That's going to be the. We're going to have the Honeymobile. Or maybe we'll call it Honey One. We'll call it Honey One. That's what we'll call it. That's the Honeymobile Honey One. We want to build up the back part. This is a van, as I mentioned, so we're going to use bees nests or beehives. Yeah, these are nests, and you have to place bees nests inwards to not get the like the holes for the bees nest. So we kind of want to place them like this. Fill the top in like.
A hole. Okay. Oh, no. Holes! What about the holes? We are going to replace all of these holes and just do like this. No holes here. no holes. Pretty good. We are going to place it so the holes are back here. The holes there, holes here, and holes here. Then fill it in with just Venus. Let's see how it looks. That actually looks very amazing.
That, and then you'll get a very smooth covering along the back like this. You can even add like a window into the back of the van if you want, like a double window using the glass. The reason that we actually window into the back of the van if you want, like a double window using the glass. The reason that we actually removed this glass here is so if you want, you can have it so that you can kind of like see right into the back of the vehicle. So you can like have that glass guard and you can just have it like that. We're going to stick some weighted weighted pressure plate on top of the blast furnace on the front. We're going to use tripwire hooks as door handles. This will go here on the back.
Including the Honeymobile.
A block of quartz. We're going to use an iron door here so you can get in and out the back, but of course we're not going to make a way to get inside of it. We're going to stick another spruce sign here, and this will just say B1. And then we're going to stick item frames with red concretes on the back two corners, and that is pretty much going to be the Honeymobile complete. It's just like a fun honey themed van. It kind of just goes with like the rest of the place, a bee themed van I should say. And in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, you will have actually completed this tutorial. Very well done, very well done. You have managed to completely make this build. So this is what your honey farm, bee farm, honey shop, honey ranch, farm shop should look like once it has been 100% fully completed.
Oh, I smell honey. A honey farm. Okay, I regret saying that, guys. I'm going to, before I end the video, I'm going to place bees. I'm going to spawn some bees. Run free! Run free! Run free! Run free! There, just run free around my area. I'm going to place a lot of them. There we go, a lot of bees. Okay, now we can get to the ending. Oh, I smell honey! A honey farm slash bee farm, honey shop, whatever it's called. Yes, I love this building, this shop. It just seems very nice, including the Honeymobile. The Honeymobile. I just love the farm, the scenery and all that. It looks very nice to add this into my city. I'm very glad I added this one because this one is one of my top 10 most favorites. Hold on, I need to change the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building a honey farm, slash bee farm, or whatever it is. If you did, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day, guys. Peace out.